Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the first ever stream on this channel. I am a brick builder, and today we will be assembling this kit right here, this Lego Christmas tree. I know you are probably thinking, why is he doing Christmas? Christmas is over. Well, you see, in my mind, Christmas ain't over till it's my birthday, and my birthday is not till the 18th, so it's still Christmas. Hence the Christmas music and the Christmas building kit right here. Also, I would have liked to do this stream a little earlier by now, but I got a little sick. Don't worry, it's not COVID. So I was not able to do this stream as soon as I would have liked to. That's also why you might notice a little bit of hoarseness in my voice, but I'm fine. I'm over it. But yes, the stream today will consist of building this thing right here. Let's get to it. It's time to open this boy up. This was a Christmas present from Corey to me. And once she gave it to me, I knew, okay, you know what? This was going to be the first thing I assemble on stream. It seemed rather fitting. So let's get this guy all opened up here. I'm going to move all these Legos out of the way first so I can put the ones I'm using down here. Also, guys, so go ahead and sound off in the comments. I am interacting with you somewhat regularly. And then, yep, I will send you my address so I can assemble a Lego kit on stream. And Corey, goodness gracious, do not ask for his number on stream in the comments. All right, but we'll get this guy right now opened up. All those Legos dumped out. And we'll go back to this angle here real quick and see, oh goodness, see the build instructions here. But it's one of those ones where it's just a folded sheet of paper and not a booklet, but it's not my favorite, but whatever. We'll get it going here. And oh boy, doesn't even all fit in frame. But it's okay. I'm gonna put the Legos. You know, this is unfortunate because I'm building a green Christmas tree where I have the green Lego platform on the table here. It's all right though. Move all this stuff over here. Oh, and eventually it is supposed to look like that. So just move this stuff over here, and then we'll get going. Switch to this guy here, where I am in the corner. All right. First step needs this piece, and then we're going to get 4 of these. Put them on the corners like this. That's the wrong way. And then next one here, I'm gonna put another one of these guys down like that. So I guess that's my base. The instructions are not the most clear because when you have it with a booklet, it says what parts you're gonna need and it makes them a little bit bigger. I'm assuming this little tiny guy right here is the next part I need, but it also looks like it could be a whole bunch of other ones. That's fine though. We'll just use that guy right there. And I've got to do this with like this. 4 times. Put that a little closer to you guys. So you guys can see that here. I'll assemble this guy like this. Oh, is that Preston from work? Good to see you, Preston. Thank you for joining. Okay, so right now, so far, there's that. And I am up to step number 6. You guys can see that there. To step number 6. Let me get, I need a couple of these little red pieces. I guess these are the ornaments. Let me get a couple of these green pieces, which are also ornaments. And then a blue one and an orange one. Blue one and an orange one. Alright. Somehow these got stuck in the packaging, but that's okay. I will put a red one on this end right. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yes, Corey is right. The Jordan Creek location is not as good as ours. It was laid out very, very weird. Get these other ornaments put on. Now, I suppose I don't really have to follow the directions super closely on this, because these are just the ornaments and I could theoretically just put them wherever I wanted to. Oh, actually, I did that wrong, so I'm gonna put the orange one, like the instructions say, opposite that one there. So it looks like that's the base of our Christmas tree. We'll move on to the next one here with this little guy right there. And that is the entirety of step number 8. Put the instructions here that make it a little easier. And now we're going to put that one there, that one there. Oops. And another little, I guess, branch right there. And then one more platform, it looks like, right in the middle. Okay, you can see that's starting to look like a Christmas tree. Will you build a custom build from an Etsy seller? It's still Legos. Sure, I guess. For the most part, I actually don't plan on doing kits. I have a whole bunch of Legos still back in California. So much so that it can easily overfill this entire table, like several times over. And I just did not have room for that in the car on the drive over. So whenever we do get back out there, we're going to take checked luggage bag, one for me and one for Corey. We're going to hope that those full-size checked bags can hold all of my Legos. If not, then whenever my dad comes out to visit, then he's gonna have to take some too. But I have, they're in boxes about this big, and I want to say I have at least 5 or 6 boxes that size. So I have a lot more Legos than what you see here. I just have this is basically just what I got for Christmas. And I also have this kit right here that I got for Christmas last year from Corey's mom. So I have a lot more Legos. I plan on doing mostly free building, of course with kits here and there, because I have stuff for, stuff. I've lost my train of thought, but I do also have this one right here. This will be on my next stream. you can see it without it glaring. It's a bouquet of flowers. Let me cut it to that angle here so you guys can see it. But yeah, it's a flower bouquet. It is for me to build and for Corey to put on her desk. But it is like a really cool looking design. So it's going to be actually one of the more intricate things I've put together. But yes, stay tuned. I will be assembling that soon. That one might take a couple streams to put together, because it seems like a little bit more of an involved project. But we'll get back to assembling this guy here. That autofocus was majestic. Yes, it is Canon's dual pixel. So I can hold my hand up right here. It'll slowly and smoothly rack focus. The Sony that I had was good at that. It was just always more snap focus, and it was not as smooth. So this one's a little more slow and majestic. But I don't even remember what step I'm on. Oh, there. It looks like I am on step number 11. Get these put on. All right, at this point, I'm not even closely following the directions for the ornaments, because it does not matter that much. Thoughts on the $1,000 Titanic? You see, you asked me a very important question, because it's about boats. Lego boats specifically. So when I had all my Legos, the one thing that I would always build like a really big thing of was a boat. And I'm talking, this thing was sometimes like 3 feet long, actually had furniture and rooms and everything in it. And I would take it apart, disassemble it, and make it different every month or so. And that was usually my single biggest Lego thing at any one point in time. Occasionally, I made like a really intricate RV. For the most part, though, it was a Lego boat. And it was actually huge and looked really cool. So that's one thing I'm going to be looking forward to getting back into when I get my Legos. I'm sure I would love to put together the $1,000 Titanic kit, but for the most part, I do free building. Kits for me are a little bit weird. But it would be a nice thing to build eventually. And maybe at the end of it, I see it's $1,000. Part of me just wants to be like, oh yeah, I'm done building that. I'm going to disassemble it and make my own boat with it. But then the other part of me is like, it's $1,000. Why would I disassemble it for parts when it's kind of meant to be that thing? But that's my take. I would love to do one, but I also don't want to spend $1,000 on it. So, yeah. So, we'll get to that. See what you guys are saying in the comments. Yes, other platforms. I do have my YouTube account where my highlights and probably this like whole stream will end up. Yes, Lego Twitch is an untapped market. I looked around. There was like not a whole lot of big Lego Twitch streamers. Even the official Lego Twitch account only has like 17,000 followers, which you'd think like this would be something people are into, because especially with the popularity of Legos like throughout the decades, you would think that this would have been a thing by now. But who knows? I might be the first big Twitch Lego streamer. That's not like why I'm doing this, but if it becomes a big thing, then cool, but I'm not hoping for it. But I should get back into the thing here. This is the next step. Putting that thing there. And then it wants me to put a little purple ornament thing on here. And then a blue one. Sometimes on these little instructions, I can't tell whether it's supposed to be like this blue one or this blue one, because it's really difficult to tell in the instructions. Oh well, I'm just going to do whatever I have the most of, and if I have some extra pieces left over at the end, oh well. I'll put these guys on here. And then another one of these things in the middle. All right, we're going to switch over to the other side of the instructions now. Looks like I'm going to be putting these things here. These things next to them. Build a Lego Twitch logo when you get your stuff. Yes, so that's actually one of the first things I plan to do. You can see I have my logo in the bottom corner over here. That one I built with just some of the stuff that I got from Corey for Christmas, which is, I was scraping those together. So it's an okay logo. Once I get like a whole bunch of logos, or bunch of Legos, a logo is going to be one of the first things I assemble. That will probably be a Twitch stream in and of itself, me building a Lego logo. Got one more of these things to go here. Oh, fuck. I'm trying not to swear on stream. I just broke that rule. I just snapped the tree down onto the platform here. And, oh boy, this, I'm gonna have to take it apart and put it back together. That's annoying. Well, one of the things Corey got me in the kit is this disassembler. And that's really nice for getting pieces like that off of the platform. I don't even remember how I had this. I think it was like this. Thoughts on the electronic Mario Luigi figure? You know, as much as I know everybody else in my life likes Mario, I've just never been a big fan. So like, I mean, nothing against it, but just it's not my thing. So I probably won't be doing a whole lot of stuff with that. But the themed builds I do, or like kits that I buy to assemble, will probably be more along the lines of like Marvel, maybe like some Minecraft, and who knows what else becomes available. But probably just personally not going to buy a Mario one. Unless you guys really want it for whatever reason, I'll build it. But I'll build it and I'll give it to Corey, because I know she likes Nintendo stuff a little more than I do. Okay, I again forgot where I was. Oh, there it is. That's where I am. Trying not to snap this. Gotta keep this offset at an angle so I don't get it stuck on the platform again. No, definitely not as much of a fan as Sean is. Get a Ford Ranger kit. I mean, like I said, cars are also one of the things I built a lot of when I had my own set of Legos. So I don't know about how many kits I'm gonna buy. That being said though, an old coworker I had assembled a Lego Bugatti. And he was telling me it had a transmission that worked. And like a whole bunch of other like really cool stuff. So those are kind of expensive kits. Like I know they're like $300-400, but they're supposed to be really, really intricate. I know that would take me multiple days and multiple streams to get through, but that would be really cool to do someday. Something like that. One of the more intricate, higher level kits. All right, looks like we're getting close to the end here of this little tree. Just assembling the little top right there. Okay, well, yeah, you can see it's coming together here. Little tree does not have a base yet, but pretty well coming along. There's 3 more steps in this one. Oh, we're gonna put, okay, it's telling me to put the star on the tree right now. I'm going to not do that. I'm gonna wait till the end to do that. I'm gonna assemble the base first. The base is this thing with that guy. You know, I remember I had like a part just like this one with the part it went into. I should probably center that so you guys can see that. But I have a couple parts like that, and I still had them, or still, at least as far as I remember, I still had them in my kit, in all my boxes that I still have in California. But we got them from McDonald's in a kit, in like a toy that they were giving out with the Happy Meal back in like the early 2000s. And I think it was part of like a helicopter. But that just goes on like that. Trying not to break the rest of the tree. I don't know why they didn't have me do this first. It might have made it a little bit easier. Oh well. So I guess the tree is done. Swivels around like that. I'm gonna put, no, I'll save that again. Because all that there is left now is the presents. And the little presents are just these little guys right here. Move that there. And then we're gonna put the little bow being this little thing right here. And that is the present. So we'll put that there. And there's one more. There's this. That goes on top of that. Again, with a little white bow, I guess you could call it. Let's get that nice and close. There we go. But we've got, we'll move these ornaments. So it looks like they just gave me a whole bunch of extra ornaments to put on if I want to change the color. Maybe. We'll move these out of the way, and an extra star. We'll move these out of the way. We'll put that right there. And the little presents right there underneath the tree, as well as we'll put the star on now. There we go. It looks like that's it. It has all been assembled. And there's the little instructions. So there it is. There is the Lego tree. Swivels around with the little presents underneath the tree. Oh, Sean's here. There we go. Hi, Sean. I got 8 people in here now. Hello, everybody. I have not looked at the chat here within a couple minutes, so my apologies if you've been here and I just have not noticed. But hello, everybody, and welcome. I have assembled the tree by now. So this is it. I just put the little star on top. It has a little base on it so I could swivel it around. And there is the present right there. So it's pretty much put together at this point. Let me switch back to that guy there. So yeah, the tree is pretty much put together at this point. So for the most part, that whole kit is done now. The other kit I do have is this big flower one right here. I will probably be waiting to assemble this one because this one is going to be quite a task to put together with how intricate it looks. Here, I'm going to move this out of the way so I can show you on the close-up angle. But you can just see how intricate that one's going to be to put together. So that one will probably take a little bit of time. So I will assemble this across multiple streams, but this will be what I do on my next stream. Also, for those of you who were not there for when I said this on stream, I don't have I don't have any of my Legos at this point. All the Legos I have right now, these are just ones I got for Christmas from Corey. That's where I got this guy here from. So when I do have several boxes full of Legos still in California. And then when Corey and I do go back to California, we're going to bring back some checked bags full of Legos. Hopefully a checked bag for each of us is enough to bring them all back. That's how many I have. They're boxes about this big, and I want to say I have at least 5 or 6 boxes that big, if not more. So more than enough to fill up this table. And several times over, I'm going to have to get bins and put them underneath the table or over here or whatever. But I have a whole bunch of Legos, and my plan for that, for the most part, I'm not going to be assembling kits with instructions and stuff all the time. On occasion, sure. But for the most part, the big thing I always built was a boat. And the boat was usually about 3 feet or so long, and like had like hallways and rooms and furniture and all that sort of fun stuff in it. So like those builds can take sometimes all day. I remember when I was little and I lived in Maryland and we had a snow day, I'm like, oh, I'm going to rebuild my boat, because I would very often take it apart and rebuild it entirely differently. Quite often. So I know when I get my Legos back, for the most part, free building is what I'm going to do. Of course, I will still do kits and stuff with like this little guy right here, because kits and stuff are still fun, but for the most part, I do want to free build and do stuff like that. And also, one of the other things I'm going to build is my logo. It's over here. Sorry. It's that logo right there. I have to look at my computer screen off to the side of the camera over here to see that. But yes, I don't have a ton of Legos right now, so I'm not the most fond of that logo. It's fine, but that's just from like a handful of Legos that I got for Christmas. So that will also be one of the things I assemble once I get my Legos back from California. Trying to think, yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream. Please sound off in the comments. I do have my computer here to interact with you guys. So I have not been paying attention for the past few minutes since I've been talking. Let's see. Would you build a Lego PC setup, non-functional? I think if I was to ever build a Lego PC, I'd want to build like a Lego case and have it be actually functional. The thing with that though is I'd have to buy a lot of Legos dedicated just to that, because in order for it to like work properly, I'm sure I'd have to actually glue it together, and that would have to just kind of be the way it is. I wouldn't be able to like disassemble them and build a boat with it the next week. So if I ever did build a PC case out of Legos, I would want it to be real, not some non-functioning thing like, oh hey, look, I built the Lego computer. No, I'd want it to be legit and put like my actual computer components in there. That's a good idea though. Maybe someday. Build the flowers. No, not tonight. That's gonna be another 4 hours, and you have food ordered for us, and I would like to eat it before then. So no flowers tonight. I gotta keep the people coming back for something. But yes, these will be my next project. You know, food's gonna be here soon. That's kind of why I said no flowers. So, any other recommendations for things you guys want me to build? I know for sure I'm going to be building my boat once I get it back. I actually don't know if I have it partially assembled in the boxes. It might be like assembled enough to where I could just rebuild it, but more than likely it's going to be taken apart and re-put back together when I get all my Legos here. Let's see. But the Lego case for the computer, I like that one. See, even if I buy like a cheap case and just like glue Legos to it, that might be kind of cool. No, I feel like if I was going to do it, I would do it properly. And I mean, I know there's going to be certain things I have to glue in, like a mount for the motherboard and the power supply and stuff and all the fans. So there's kind of no real way of getting around that. I mean, unless I in the case make a hole and I can like rubber band mount the fans. So that would probably make them really quiet. The motherboard though, I would have to, there's no way around it. I'd have to find a way to glue something in there. Unless, well, I mean, theoretically though, what I could do with a part like this is I could put like a little, or I guess I could probably see if I could get 3D printed a motherboard standoff screw. So that way I could have this built into the Lego case and then put the motherboard on that with the standoff. So maybe. I also don't know if I want to do that to my current computer because it's pretty expensive and I don't want to throw those components inside a Lego case. Also, it's already heavy enough and Legos are really, really heavy. So that would be a really heavy case. But I think I'm going to close out the stream, everybody. Thank you all for joining in. All 6 of you. I know at one point I had 8 of you in here. But this has been the first ever stream. So again, thank you for tuning in. And I will be signing off here. Be sure to tune in next time. I don't know when that is. Also, I have a link to the YouTube page. I will upload this entire stream there. I won't do that every time, but I will be doing that for this one stream. I will also do like highlights and stuff. For the most part, that's going to be what's going to end up on the YouTube channel, just highlights from the stream. But I'm going to show you guys the build this one last time. There it is. This is what I have built today, is the little Lego tree. And then we'll go back to me. Thank you all again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.